Hello and welcome to the Mindset Reset, day 3 of 5. Hope you are all having a great start to the day and are ready for this little nugget to get you thinking a little bit differently and to make sure that we can make some long lasting changes. So, today we're looking at meeting yourself where you are. So, what are you doing now? Now, think about things that you want to change in terms of your behaviors, your habits, and you need to look at where you are now rather than just randomly picking a number you want to end up at. So, for example, if you want to be doing 10,000 steps, what's your current situation? If your current situation is 5,000 steps a day, then your first goal is not 10,000 steps. Your first goal is 6,000 steps. Consistently hit a minimum of 6,000 steps, then start working towards consistently hitting a minimum of 7,000 steps. And this is something where people often trip up because they're setting the standard so high for their new goal, or the expectation, even, sorry, not the standard, the expectation so high of their new goal without actually working out what you currently do. Now, if, for example, you don't work and actually have tons of time that you can give to this, fine. That's a different situation. For most people, you're trying to make a drastic change and you need to do it step by step. And that's what often we don't do. Often we just go, well, I'm here and I want to be there, so I'm going to start being there. But there's this whole area in between that we need to be at first. So you think about weight loss. If you want to lose a stone, you don't achieve that tomorrow. You lose a pound, then another pound, then 2 pounds, then another pound. Then you might stay still for a day and not lose any weight for a day, and then you'll lose another pound. And it's those increments that are really important when you're working towards these goals and making sure that you are managing your expectation, meeting yourself where you are now. So look at small changes that are going to get you to the end point goal. So as I say, for steps, look at something like a 10% increase, or look at what's manageable. Think about, okay, say you're on 5,000 steps, as I said. A 10% increase would be 500 extra steps a day. Do you have time in your day to do that? And if the answer is, oh yeah, easy, cool, then try for 1,000 steps extra a day. Because if it's really easy to get an extra 500 steps a day, then this new lifestyle change that you want means that you've got a bit of extra oomph to give to it. So strive for that extra 1,000 steps a day rather than 500. If 500 steps feels like really difficult to do, then that is your first goal. Just try and increase by 500 steps a day. So how much you increase by is individual, but just make sure it's not massive. So if, for example, you want to increase your water intake, there is no magic number. Just like 10,000 steps isn't a magic number, it originated from marketing. There's no magic number that suits all when it comes to water intake. So, and also think that it depends what you're doing. If it's hot, you're going to need more water. If you're doing an exercise session where you are sweating a lot, you're going to need more water. If you're on a certain part of your cycle, you might need more water. If you have night sweats through your perimenopause, you will need more water. So think about, yes, set yourself a target, but also understand what fluctuations will be needed, what flexibility will be needed, for the difference in your daily needs and how they fluctuate. So if you're trying to improve your water intake, where are you at now? If you're drinking 1 litre of water, aim for 1.5 litres. And then what you want to do is evaluate how you are doing. So if you manage to do 1.5 litres for 3 days, check in with yourself on how easy was it to do? Have you been going to the toilet a lot more? And if so, then maybe that's not quite the right number for you. But also, before you drink less, look at, but did I actually drink 1/3 of my daily intake just in one go? Well, that's your body's going to not be able to use it all in one, so you're going to pee it out. If if that's the case, then add in the goal of drinking it more regularly throughout the day. And again, where it becomes individual. So I have a client who is a teacher, and she said, I can't drink water all day because I can't leave my classroom to go to the toilet. So with her, we said, well, okay, have some water early doors with like breakfast so that you're done before your classes, and then start to build up your water intake in the afternoon when you're like an hour before you're finishing school is a good time for you to start going, right, okay, let's start getting some water in and build it up through the evening so that you're not drinking it all through the afternoon, so you're not trying to drink it all in the evening and then you're up all night peeing and disrupting your sleep. So look at where you're at and what needs to change for you. It could be if you're trying to work on your thoughts. Let's say that you're always talking really negatively to yourself or putting yourself down, telling yourself you can't do things. If you do that all the time, you're not going to be a positive pineapple tomorrow. It's just not going to work. You need to implement some strategies. So for example, it could be that in the morning, the first thing you do when you wake up is you think of something that your body can do. So I'm grateful that my body's going to allow me to go to the gym today. So not only are you setting a positive intention to go to the gym, but you're being positive about yourself. It might be that in the evening, and you could do both of these, it might be that in the evening, when you are getting ready for bed or when you get into bed, you write down 3 positives from your day, and at least one of them needs to be about yourself. So it could be 3 positives from your day. I had a lovely walk with my friend. I didn't have any issues on the school run, and I felt good in that dress that I put on, or I really enjoyed the tea that I made for myself that was much healthier than how I have been eating. Just something that relates to yourself. And it's just going to make you go to sleep reflecting positively. So again, we're reinforcing that positive mindset, but we're not expecting that everything we do all day, every day to suddenly be positive. That's not how it works. If you are constantly putting yourself down, it is still going to happen, but you need to just try and make less of it. Or you could be thinking, okay, well, let's say that you say something like, say you did something wrong and then you're calling yourself stupid. Can you counteract it with a positive? So like catch yourself, realize you've said it and go, well, I'm not actually, am I? Because I also did X, Y, Z. Present yourself with some evidence that the statement you just made is not true. Because all it is us telling ourselves stories. Same with, I can't do press-ups. How do you know? Have you tried? Or is that a story you tell yourself? Is it a limitation that you are making for yourself? So as I said in yesterday's video, you need to challenge your thoughts, you need to question yourself and make sure that you're not just limiting yourself and you're not just holding yourself in a situation because of a story that realistically is made up. If you're trying to improve your diet, where are you at now in terms of fruit and veg? Or where are you at now in terms of your snacking habits? And if your snacks are, let's talk in calories because it'll be easier. Let's say 500 calories come from snacks in the evening, which is mindless eating and you don't particularly need to eat those things. Then cool, can we start to reduce that amount? Let's say take it down to 300 calories or halve it, or you can get specific based on the snacks that you have. If you know that you're having crisps and chocolate, can you just pick one or have half of each and have the other half tomorrow, whichever is going to work? But you can see what I mean, where look at where you're at and don't try and be the end point tomorrow. Make a small change that works towards that end goal. Which brings us on nicely to today's action time. I want you, if you are doing this live with me, which means that today is Wednesday, the 26th of March, 2025, then I want you to send me on WhatsApp one small change that you are going to make this week. Examples like a 10% increase in steps. I'm going to prioritize protein in my breakfast. I'm going to mindfully pause before I'm having those snacks that I'm trying to reduce. Just one small change that is a step in the right direction for changing your behaviors and habits. If you are not doing this live with us, then make sure you do this in your phone. Make a note in your phone of something, a commitment that you're going to hold yourself accountable to. You could set a reminder every day around the time that this thing needs to happen. So if you're trying to increase your steps, you might set an alarm for maybe 2, 3 p.m. so that you've still got time to factor in those extra steps that need to happen. If you know you're somebody who snacks in the evening, set your reminder for, I don't know, 7 p.m. just to start you thinking about it before it happens. One small change that you'll make this week. Pop it to me in a WhatsApp or write yourself a note. And I will be back tomorrow for day 4 of the Mindset Reset.